We are drowning in tools, people. I checked my credit card statement this morning. I'm paying for three different AI co-pilots, two image enhancers, and something called the brain that I haven't even opened since August. Today, we are doing a purge. It is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. You are listening to the AI radio show with Arthi. I am Arthi, your host. Today on the show, the new Nano Banana model from Google that is making Photoshop look slow. Why Adobe is finally letting AI take the wheel, and later I'm going to show you the exact prompt to stop your AI agent from apologizing so much. But first, let's open the toolbox. On the first segment, we have three updates you can actually use today. Story 1: Adobe's Moonlight is finally out of the shadows. After teasing it all year, Adobe released Project Moonlight into a public beta this morning. This isn't just a filter, it's an agent. You don't tell it, make this brighter. You just tell it, read my Instagram comments, see which posts got most likes last month, and edit this batch to match that vibe. It is scary good. Influencers, you just got your weekends back. Editors, you might need to start charging for strategy instead of color grading. On story number 2, we have the quantum panic button. Apple pushed an update to iOS and macOS overnight. You probably didn't notice, but your encryption keys just got upgraded to post quantum standards. The context behind it: with Singapore announcing their new quantum readiness index last week, big tech is scrambling. The key takeaway here is for you to update your devices today. The Q-day clock is ticking, and you don't want to be the one using legacy encryption when it hits. On story number 3, we have the snooze button for code. GitHub Copilot added a tiny feature today that I love. It's called error snooze. The context? Well, you know when you're coding and the AI screams at you about a syntax error before you even finish typing the line? Now you can toggle a focus mode. The AI won't flag errors until you hit save. Finally, the AI learns some manners. Let me finish my thought before you can tell me that I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong, okay? We are entering the next segment of today's show called the number of the day. So today's number is $92 billion. That is the projected revenue for AI chips this year alone. But here is the stat that matters to you. Of that compute is now sitting idle at night. Why does this matter? Because spot pricing is coming to consumer AI. Expect cheaper API costs if you run your heavy batch jobs at 3 a.m. Sleep while the bots work. Next up, we have the tool of the week, Nano Banana. Okay, open your laptops. We talk a lot about the big models, GPT 5.1, Claude, but today I want to talk to you about a tiny model that is punching way above its weight. The streets are calling it Nano Banana. Officially, it's Gemini 2.5 Flash Image, but the community renamed it because it's small, AL fast, and slippery. But Nano Banana is an editor. I took a screenshot of a video call yesterday that I had. My background was messy. In the old days, I'd open Photoshop, use the clone stamp, mask it out, and it'll take 10 minutes of my time. But with Nano Banana, I uploaded the same screenshot and typed, change the background to a clean white office. Keep the lighting on my face exactly the same. It didn't hallucinate a new face, it didn't change my shirt, it just fixed the room in 2 seconds. So, if you are a developer, you can plug this into your app today. The token cost dropped 50% last week. If you're a normal human, you can go to the Google AI Test Kitchen or gemini.google.com or Google's AI Studio, look for the edit mode and drag in that photo of your ex you want removed from the group shot. It's magic. Let's hear what the dev community thinks.
I just replaced my entire FFmpeg pipeline with Nano Banana. It's not just for photos. I'm feeding it video frames, it's fixing lighting continuity in real time. This is illegal levels of productivity.
Illegal levels of productivity. That's the goal, folks. Let's reset. This track is called Debugging the Soul. It was generated using AI, especially using Levin Labs this morning. I asked for a lo fi hip hop beat mixed with the sound of a mechanical keyboard switches and a dial up modem. It sounds annoying, but it's actually weirdly relaxing. See you in 2 minutes after a quick break.
This episode is sponsored by Gaslight GPS. It's a navigation app that never admits it is lost. When it misses a turn, it insists that you wanted to take the scenic route and that the map was actually wrong. This episode is sponsored by Gaslight GPS. Our next sponsor is Echo Chamber. It is a social media platform where you are the only human user. Every other account is an AI bot programmed to aggressively agree with your specific political and life opinions. Finally, a place where you're always right.
None of these brands exist. They are all fake ads. But what this means for you, the brand listening to this, you can actually sponsor me and get your brand placed right over here. So think about it. If you want to collaborate, the email is nancyr@thearthicollective.com.
Welcome back. It's Tuesday, so we look at the stack because it's Tools Tuesday. I don't care what tools exist, I care how you string them together. Today, I'm breaking down the workflow of a synthetic architect named Sarah, who I met on Discord. She designs interiors for restaurants, but she doesn't use CAD anymore, not at the start. Here is a stack. For input, she goes to the client's empty building and scans it with her iPhone using the Polycam update. For processing, she feeds that 3D mesh into Windsurf IDE. Yes, that's a coding tool. For the agent, she wrote a script that connects the mesh to Midjourney's API. The prompt, well, she speaks to it. She says, "Show me this room with Art Deco vibes, emerald green velvet, and 1920s lighting." And the output is a texture of the 3D model in real time. The crazy part, she does this live in front of the client. The client points at the wall and says, "Make that brick." And I just say, "Make that brick." And it happens. She shortened her design cycle from 3 weeks to 3 hours. The lesson that we can learn from Sarah is that she isn't a better architect because of AI. She's a better listener. She removed the lag between idea and visualization. If you are in a creative field, ask yourself, where is your lag and what API removes it? All right, time to get our hands dirty. This week's listener problem comes from Marcus from Chicago. Marcus writes, "Dear Arthi, I'm using the new Claude to write code, but it's too polite. Every time I ask for a change, it says, 'I apologize for the oversight. Certainly, here is the corrected version.' It wastes so many tokens on apologies. How do I make it stop?" Marcus, I feel you. We call this the Syed syndrome, over polite RLHF, that is reinforcement learning from human feedback. Here is the fix. You need to set a system prompt. Do not paste the system prompt in the chat, but put it in the custom instructions or the system field in your AI chatbot. The prompt could go like this: "You are a senior principal engineer. You are efficient and terse. Do not apologize. Do not explain why you are making a change. Do not use filler phrases like 'certainly' or 'here is the code.' Just output the code block. If I'm wrong, correct me bluntly." So I've tried this numerous times in ChatGPT, Gemini, and even Claude. So the AI didn't say I'm sorry, it just said fixed and gave me the code. It felt like working with a grump senior dev who hates me, but it was beautiful. Try it out. And if you have any questions that you want me to answer in this specific show, please feel free to write to my assistant, Nancy, at nancyr@thearthicollective.com. It is given in the description, but again, I repeat again, it's nancyr@thearthicollective.com. See you in my inbox. All right, close the tabs. We talked about Nano Banana, quantum keys, and rude coding bots. Your brain is full of pixels. Tonight, I want you to do something inefficient. Cook a meal, but here's a rule for you. Do not use a timer. Don't ask Alexa to set a timer for the pasta. Taste it, touch it, watch the water boil, smell the garlic. Use your sensors, not the silicon. Trust your own neural network to know when it's done. I am Arthi, and this is the AI Radio Show with Arthi. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means we are doing a deep dive. We are going to read the 40-page paper on liquid neural networks so you don't have to, and a lot more interesting news around AI. Stay human. I'll see you tomorrow.
Inner Paints.